So now we will start the new part of this chapter. How did people live? We have very little information about the life of the people. The main sources of information are stories from books, the accounts of the sailors and travelers who visited different places, sculptures that show scenes from the daily life of the people, and a few archaeological evidences. So we do not have much information about the life of that people, as we hardly have any information. The main source that we get for people of that life are stories books or some sailors or travelers accounts. So we do not have much to know about them. Life of the people and a few archaeological evidences only we have. And now the second, urbanization, towns and cities. Greater agricultural production, growth of crafts and increased trade and commerce led to emergence of towns and cities. So now because everything was increasing, everything had a good growth, so greater agricultural production, this has brought growth of crafts and increased trade and commerce led to the emergence of towns and cities. It started making an emergency that now we need to create or to develop more towns and cities. Due to the growth of a large number of urban centers, this period is referred to as the age of second urbanization. Because in this period of time, number of urban centers were made. That's why this period is called as age of second urbanization. The literary text of the period mention many towns such as Ka- Kaushambi, Vaishali, Ujjaini, Pataliputra, Hastinapur, Mathura, Rajgira, Bodh Gaya, Arikamandu, and Kaveri Patnam. Archaeological evidences also reveal that there were a large number of towns during this period. So the literary text of the period mentioned many towns. These are the names which mentioned in those books from where we get information of those people or of those towns or cities. And archaeological evidences also reveal. Evidences means proof. Reveal means to show or to tell that there were a large number of towns during this period. Their sources have told or revealed or shown that there were a large number of towns during this period. Functions of town. Each town was famous for a particular activity. Some towns were religious centers while others were administrative centers. Broch, Sopara, and Tamrapitti were trading centers. Some towns, however, were more important than others because they were famous for many activities. One such town was Mathura. So Mathura's name, I think you most of you have already listened and many maybe have visited also. An important town of the period was Mathura. It was a center for numerous activities as the second capital of Kushanas. It was a political and administrative center. Trade routes passed through it. Naturally, beta, the area from where most of the transport facility is available, that area generally grows good. I can give you an example of your own area. Dhuri has a junction. So many trains come and go. So because of that, there is a great growth of Dhuri as compared to Sangrur and Sunam. People specifically goes to Dhuri for any shopping purpose. So similarly, here we are talking that Mathura, since it was a center for numerous activities as a second capital of Kushanas, it was a political as well as administrative center. Trade routes pass through it. Trade routes means the routes which were made especially to go in any other area to use for the trade purpose were made in this, and they were crossing from here, which made it very prosperous. It was also a religious center and had many temples and monasteries. Finally, it was a center for art and crafts. The Mathura School of Art grew from here. There is a school, beta, which is called School of Art. So it has also come from Mathura. The craftsmen of Mathura produced fine sculptures. You will read about Mathura. Okay, this you need not to. So in this way, Mathura has great importance in the history. Next is Archimedu. What is Archimedu? Archimedu near Pondicherry is an important archaeological site. It was excavated in the 1940s by a British archaeologist, Sir Mortimer Wheeler. So, who had dug this? Who has excavated it? It was a British person. He was an archaeologist and his name is Sir Mortimer Wheeler. It is near Pondicherry and it is also an important archaeological site. Archimedu was a coastal trading center and a major port. Coastal trading center, I think now you know, which touch the sea area, that is called coastal trading center. So it has sea routes and it was a major port. It was an important bead making center. It was a prosperous settlement and owed its prosperity to thriving trade with the Roman Empire. Thriving trade means beta prosperous and growing. So it was prosperous settlement and owed its prosperity to a thriving trade with the Roman Empire. Textile beads, semi-precious stones, and glass shell bangles were the major exports from the port. The imports included wine and olive oil. Imports means they were bringing wine and olive oil also. Some scholars feel that Archimedu was a Roman trading settlement in India. Traders from Rome came and stayed here. Romans, Romans, pottery and gold coins have been found here in the large numbers. Ruins of brick building have also been found. It may have been a warehouse where goods coming from Rome and other places were stored. So some scholars feel that Archimedes was a Roman trading settlement. It is connected to the Romans. Traders from Rome came and stayed here. Roman pottery is jars or vases, and gold coins have been found here in a large number. Since most of the people from the Rome were coming for the trade here, so currency related to the Roman was found. Ruins of a brick building have also been found. It may have been a warehouse. What is warehouse, beta? A storeroom which is used to keep material or manufacturing goods. That is called warehouse. So it may have been a warehouse where goods coming from Rome and other places were stored. So because most of the business from the Rome was done here, so if the warehouse is supposed to belong to those people only, maybe they were using it to store or the things which were coming for the trade purpose they were stored here. This is all about the chapter beta. Let us sum up the chapter once. Iron tools led to an increase in the production of the crops. The main reason of this growth was coming of the iron tools. Arts and crafts flourished. Pottery making, weaving, time metal work, cloth weaving, coin minting, and bead making were popular occupations. So, if you are asked which are the popular occupation, you can mention any five or seven from these. Increase in agriculture and crafts led to trade. What was the reason of growth of the trade? Because of the increase in agriculture and crafts. India traded with which empire? With Roman Empire. Many urban centers came up. They were either religious or administrative or trading centers. Mathura was an important town. Archimedes was a port town. It traded with the Roman Empire. This is all about our today's chapter. Okay, students, take care.